Did you know that over 44% of all podcasts have less than 3 episodes, and 68% have less than 10? This problem is so common, there's a name for it. It's called Podfade. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, which you probably should be, the odds are stacked against you from the start. All that goes into starting and maintaining a podcast requires a lot of time and resources. It's not easy, but podcasting is a risk worth taking. Over the past decade, podcasts have rapidly become one of the most consumed forms of content on the planet. And with this rapid growth and an estimated 98 million people tuning into podcasts weekly, podcasting is one of the most effective ways to reach a large audience. Podcasting has changed my life. It's created countless business and personal opportunities in ways that I could have never dreamed or imagined. Hey, I'm Jacob Bozarth. I've been a full-time podcast professional for the past 10 years. In 2014, as a professional audio engineer, I decided to start a podcast production agency called Resonate Recordings. And in 2017, with less than 2 months of runway in the bank, I decided to go all in on this dream. I grew Resonate to work with over 3,500 podcasters, including big name brands like Twitter, Honda, Amazon, and Salesforce, and many small businesses and hobbyists too. In 2019, I launched a podcast with 2 of my close friends called Culpable. That show went on to get over 45 million downloads and hit #1 in all of Apple Podcasts. I've seen what it takes to make a great podcast firsthand. One pattern I've noticed over the past 10 years is that whenever someone tries to approach their podcasting journey alone, it often leads to burnout. And even worse, those with podcast dreams getting stuck in that research phase. They feel overwhelmed and frustrated as they slowly try to piece it all together, and far too often they give up on their podcasting dreams before they even start. My goal is to help you start a podcast without burning out, so you can beat the odds. And that's why I created Podcast Primer, an online course that teaches you to beat your inner critic and start a podcast without burning out, by taking a simple but proven approach to building a high-quality podcast with long-term success. This course guides you step by step through the essentials of starting and maintaining a podcast, and will teach you the key skills and strategies in a way that anyone can understand, whether you're tech savvy or not. In Podcast Primer, I'm pulling back the curtain to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the proven strategies that are being used daily by thousands of successful podcasters and networks. And I provide you with insights and tools to help you navigate and overcome the common obstacles that lead to burnout. At the end of the day, podcasting can require a lot of time and hard work. But when done right, it can be a fun and fulfilling experience with a huge payoff. Podcasting can be a very low-risk opportunity, but as the stats show, nearly half of podcasts fail before getting to their 3rd episode. Stack the deck in your favor and unlock the potential of your podcasting dreams with Podcast Primer. Get started today and ignite your podcast journey with Podcast Primer. I look forward to seeing you on the inside and supporting you on your podcast journey.